What are the common concerns in your community about COVID vaccinations? Maurice and the other community health volunteers have received a lot of pushback about COVID vaccinations. The community has said that they have had the vaccine causes infertility, and in some cases, people believe the vaccine actually gives you COVID. Welcome to this unit on why should someone get a COVID-19 vaccination. By the end of this session, you'll be able to explain vaccines and how they work to fight off diseases, explain the COVID-19 vaccine, explain why it is important to get the COVID-19 vaccine, and help address fear, myths, and misconceptions about the COVID-19 vaccine. So, what is a vaccine? Vaccines help the body learn how to defend itself from diseases without the dangers of getting ill. How do vaccines work? Vaccines help the body learn how to defend itself from disease without the dangers of getting ill. Most vaccines contain a weakened or inactivated, killed form of a virus or bacterium, or a small part of the virus or bacterium that cannot cause disease. This is called an antigen. When a person gets a vaccine, the immune system recognizes the antigen as foreign. This activates the immune cells so that they kill the disease, causing virus or bacterium, and make antibodies against it. More about vaccines. Different vaccines bring about different levels of protection. Some vaccines can only protect against a disease for a short period and may need booster doses. For others, immunity can last a lifetime. Vaccination does not only protect people who have received a vaccine, it indirectly protects unvaccinated people in the community, such as children who are too young to be vaccinated or people with weakened immune systems. This community immunity, also called herd immunity, needs enough people in an area to be vaccinated. Why should you get the COVID-19 vaccine? Getting vaccinated is one of the most important things you can do to protect yourself against COVID-19, help end the pandemic, and stop new variants emerging. COVID-19 vaccines. COVID-19 vaccines are effective at protecting people from getting seriously ill, being hospitalized, and dying. Safe and effective vaccines are available that provide strong protection against serious illnesses, hospitalization, and death from COVID-19. Billions of people have been vaccinated against COVID-19. Vaccines approved by Kenyan government. There's the Pfizer, BioNTech, Moderna, Oxford or AstraZeneca, Johnson & Johnson, Sputnik V, and Sinopharm. Take all COVID-19 vaccine doses recommended by the government of Kenya, including a booster dose if recommended. Side effects are more common after additional doses, but can also happen during the first dose and can include pain, swelling, and redness on the arm where one was injected, tiredness, headache, muscle or joint pain, chills, swollen lymph nodes, and nausea. Maurice feels like he has the knowledge to explain the vaccine, but there are many fear, myths, and misconceptions that he also needs to be prepared to address. Handling common fears, myths, and misconceptions about COVID-19 vaccinations. Where do the common misconceptions about the COVID vaccine come from? Why all the misinformation? In Kenya and largely across the globe, there were several instances of misinformation fueled through negative campaigns on social media and other mainstream outlets. The resulting effects of the misinformation and misconceptions is a strong barrier causing hesitancy amongst people to get vaccinated. The COVID-19 vaccine was tested and produced at a much faster rate than any other vaccine. This created room for skepticism on the quality and safety of the vaccine. When government officials, village elders, and medical personnel showcased more acceptance for the vaccine, people became more accepting. Maurice needs to get influential members of the community to share that vaccination is important to ensure that this new round of COVID is stopped in his community. Maurice needs to have answers to help him combat any misconceptions. Myth: a COVID-19 vaccine can make me sick with COVID-19. Fact: COVID-19 vaccines do not cause COVID-19 infection. Vaccines teach our immune systems how to recognize and fight the virus that causes COVID-19. Sometimes this process can cause symptoms such as fever. Typical side effects include pain at the injection site, fever, fatigue, headache, muscle pain, chills, and diarrhea. These symptoms are normal and are signs that the body is building protection against the virus that causes COVID 19. Myth: the natural immunity I get from being sick with COVID 19 is better than the immunity I get from COVID 19 vaccination. Fact: getting a COVID 19 vaccination is a safer and more dependable way to build immunity to COVID 19 than getting sick with COVID 19. Myth: if you have COVID 19, you don't need the COVID 19 vaccine. Fact: people who have had COVID 19 and recovered should still be vaccinated. The protection someone gains from having COVID 19 can vary greatly from one person to another. Because the COVID 19 virus is new, medical experts are still assessing just how long a natural immunity might last. Myth: a COVID 19 vaccine will cause infertility. Fact: there is currently no evidence that COVID 19 vaccination causes any problems with pregnancy, including the development of the placenta. In addition, there is no evidence that fertility problems in both women and men are a side effect of any vaccine, including COVID 19 vaccines. Myth: the side effects of COVID 19 are really bad. Fact: COVID 19 vaccines can cause mild side effects such as low grade fever or pain or redness at the injection site. Most reactions to vaccines are mild and go away within a few days on their own. More serious or long lasting side effects to vaccines are possible but rare. Myth: COVID 19 vaccines contain microchips. Fact: COVID 19 vaccines do not contain microchips. Vaccines are developed to fight against diseases and are not administered to track your movement. Myth: receiving a COVID 19 vaccine can make you magnetic. Fact: receiving a COVID 19 vaccine will not make you magnetic, including at the site of vaccination, which is usually your arm. Morris now has the knowledge he needs to communicate about COVID and COVID vaccinations in his community. Community call for action. Get vaccinated against COVID 19 today and take control of your health.